They don't just become someone who says, I don't use drugs anymore, but I still have all this bitterness, hatred, and unforgiveness, and shame and guilt in my life. But because all of those things are healed, now they realize who they were made to be was men and women who love their families, want to see the same kind of forgiveness, mercy, grace, and healing to be extended and to touch other people's lives. And they realize I'm not the only one who feels this way. Like, it's exactly like Kimberly says. We all have a life controlling issue. Everyone who works at Walmart has a life controlling issue. Every one of us are looking for that same healing, that same touch of mercy and forgiveness. And these people just went a little further down into the barrel, and they were a little more desperate to go into a place like the Dream Center. But because they did that, they received that. Now they turn into people who can shine that same light into other people's lives that was shined into theirs. And they realize when they go into the real world that this is something everyone needs, not just addicts.
You know, for you, like, isn't it? I mean, here you really have given up your life to do this. I mean, what motivates you to like have no life but to live at the Dream Center and do this all the time, 24/7?
What really motivates me to be at the Dream Center is because I believe the gospel is real. I believe this is more than just a good story that I know a lot about. I believe this is the story of humanity, and I believe that this is something everyone needs. But why the Dream Center is because there I am able to preach this gospel, this message of good news to people who understand that they need to hear it, and they're ready to hear it. And that's why I don't know if people would understand this if I said it, but that's exactly who Jesus is talking about when he says the seed that falls on good soil. To be discipled is something more than just you hear a good message and you go out and figure out for yourself how to apply that. When I look in Scripture, how Jesus discipled the men that turned the world upside down, every moment of every day was spent with them. He didn't just teach them how to read the Scriptures. He taught them how to live every part of their day. Everything pointed towards God in some way, and Jesus showed them how to do that. And I see that's how the Dream Center works. We take men and women who life gave them a pretty bad deal, pretty bad hand, and they're ready to receive a new way of thinking about everything that they do. And because of that readiness, we're able to teach them. This is what God says about work. This is what God says about family. This is what God says about rest. This is what God says about hurt and pain and shame in your life. And they're ready to receive that. And because of that, they become exactly who God created them to be. So the reason why I want to live there is because I get a hand in shaping every part of their day, every part of their lives. And to be honest, I don't see... I don't have an interest in any other cause. I don't have an interest in any other pursuit. This is really the only story that's being played out, is people being reconciled back to God. And this is a place where that happens. That's all that it's about. That's the only reason it exists.